Hi, I'm Angela Arnold. I own Arnold Marketing Consultants. We do digital marketing for health and wellness businesses, and I just like talking about marketing. Today I want to talk about managing a brand's social media page and how you can prevent it from taking over your whole life. It's no secret that even for any of us who maybe don't own a business or aren't running a brand page, you get interrupted by this thing a million times a day. Anytime someone sends you an email, a text, a like, there's a breaking news headline, there's a million notifications, and what that does is completely stops you in your tracks from whatever you are doing. This can get even worse if you manage a social media page for your own business or another brand or maybe multiple businesses. I used to work for a very large ad agency and I was managing 10 to 20 brand accounts at any given time, each with multiple different channels. And you can imagine the volume of noise that comes in between all the different comments and shares and DMs that you have to respond to. It gets really overwhelming. What about if you own your own business and you just have a few channels? How do you manage it without taking over your whole day? Because it's so easy when you're in a meeting for a notification to pop up, or you're checking your emails, you see that you get a new DM and you want to respond right away. What this does is take you out of your focus flow. It makes you feel really scattered if you're constantly checking messages all day, every day. So what is a good way for you to manage a social media page as a brand without being interrupted all day, every day with messages, DMs, chats, things to respond to, posts to like or share? The best way to do this is to borrow from a productivity concept called time blocking. With time blocking, you just say, I'm going to do this activity in this set amount of time, relegate the activities to that time block. For example, managing social media as a business, instead of responding to everything as soon as it comes in, letting the notifications, ping you on your phone, pop up on the computer, you say, I'm just going to do the community management part, respond to messages, chat with my customers, I'll leave comments on people's posts for only 30 minutes a day. Let's say it's between 11 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. All other times, I'm not going to look at the DMs, I'm not going to look at the messages, I will just put it down and leave it for then. You can split this up throughout the day. Of course, it depends on the volume of interactions you have and how busy your pages are. So I wanted to talk through a few of the activities that you can do with the time blocking. For example, on a daily basis, here's what you can do in order to time block your social media community management. So your daily checklist includes clearing out the notification center for each channel. So going into Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever it is, and just responding to any of the new comments and DMs that popped up. Next, you can search for tagged posts or brand name mentions. So on Twitter, you can run a search for your brand name, or see on Instagram where somebody tagged you, like or comment on all of those posts. Both of those things should take you about 15 minutes, just obviously depending on the volume of responses. But first, again, go into your DMs, clear out any new messages, look at new notifications, and then do a quick search for anything you may have been tagged in. Next is what I like to call active outreach, and this is where social media can really become a time suck. Especially when it's for your business, you feel like you have to constantly be out there on social media, right? You need to be interacting with posts, leaving comments, following new people, and you have this constant feeling of guilt that I need to be doing this all day, every day. Well, that's not quite true. You'll be more productive and more sane if you time block it to a limited time. So let's talk about the activities for active outreach. So each day during this time block, I like to follow one or two customers that have maybe commented on one of our posts or tagged us in something. I'll search a hashtag that's relevant to the business and scroll the feed and just like or comment on about 10 to 15 posts. Then I'll go to the pages feed. So people we already follow, I'll scroll through and like or comment on about 15 posts there. Next is follow and commenting on 3 relevant accounts. So, for example, if you have an apparel brand where you sell apparel online, you can go and follow, let's say, 3 shoe influencers or people who do announcements for shoes. Follow and comment on 3 accounts and then say, I'm done for the day, that's it. Because otherwise it will be a total time suck and you can just end up doing this all day, every day. So when you think about your daily social media checklist, you have 2 segments. think about your moderation, which is responding to, dealing with, interacting with anything that's coming into your brand's page. Somebody leaving a like, somebody leaving a comment. Then the other side is active outreach. What can you do to get that brand out there? How can you go interact on hashtags and on new pages? Really, your daily social media activity should only take you about 15 to 30 minutes at most. If you give yourself all day to do it, or do it just between meetings or between errands or whenever you have time, or maybe you're in a boring phone call and you want to scroll, it's just going to take over your whole day. So I really recommend time blocking it, making it concise. So if you want bonus points, here's the activities you can do weekly and monthly. Weekly, just make sure you have all of the content scheduled for next week. Hopefully you're planning your content in advance, not just making posts as they come up. Then double check scheduled content against any trending topics or news, just to make sure you're not talking about a potentially sensitive event. And then here's the hard part. Weekly, scroll through social media to just get inspiration and stay on trends, see what people are doing and unique. I would stop this for only 15 minutes per week. And so every month, make sure you get in a good cadence of looking at your analytics and updating any reports that you might have. If you're not in the habit of this can really show you trends in what kind of content your audience likes and responds to, and help you plan your content for the next month. And every month, it's a good idea to just double check your profiles, look at your Instagram bio links to make sure that those are up to date as well. So to wrap up, my advice is to not let social media take over your whole day. Don't feel guilty that just because it's your business or your page that you're managing, you have to be on and responding within 5 seconds every time. It's about using social media smartly and effectively and being more productive with your time. And if you want a downloadable social media checklist, click the link in the bio. I'll have the PDF there, no email address required. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.